Hi, I'm CJ and this is my RC channel.
Okay, I am printing a few things. I sat down with CAD for a few minutes and I designed a little stop that can be screwed in from the bottom through this hole that will provide a bumper for the battery for shorty packs to keep it from tipping sideways. That way it's not necessary to put any Velcro on here and thus raise the battery, make it wobbly, that kind of thing. Also, I am printing a new fan mount that I designed that will fit over here. It will put the fan down at level, and so the fan can be almost flush to the pan. It'll attach through these two holes here on the motor mount with a pair of screws from above. That will put a 30 millimeter fan straight on in. I've got a new fan on order. I wasn't happy with the ones that I had as far as the amount of airflow they produce, so I ordered a high output fan. That should get here before the weekend also, and that I can't print at the moment because I need the exact measurements on the holes. But my little stop just came off the printer. Let's pull it off the raft here. And so this will go right there. And I made sure to round the edges in case the belt makes any contact. It's not hitting a sharp edge. I'm going to go ahead and tap this hole so it's easy enough to get this in. But it is, looks like it's going to be just right. I'll make these available somewhere for you guys if anyone is building this car and wants the files. Just contact me. So let's see, I had a battery. There we go. It's a little snug. I might need to sand it a little bit, maybe take a half a millimeter off it. Seems to fit okay though. Yeah, that battery is solid. It's not going anywhere. That stop really works nicely. So that's another problem solved. I love having a 3D printer. Really is handy, especially if you know how to use CAD a little bit at least. I used to spend days on end doing CAD. So now it's time to do bumpers, and then I can put some wheels on it, and then I can get the body set up going so I can start taping up the body and painting. I've actually got two identical bodies. I'm going to go ahead and mark both of them, cut body holes in them so I know they both fit, and I may just start painting one of them, but I may just paint both of them at the same time. So looks like we need to put this together first and then attach it. There were foam pieces in these holes. Just pop them through. There's just a little bit of material, foam material, still holding them on. It's easy enough to get them off. Just push them through. Okay, this needs to get put on first. let's see, they recommend having these little spikes here going left to right, not front to back. And 3x10 flatheads. This is definitely something you should get a spare right away. Anytime you order a road car kits, always get certain things right away, especially if they're available. Things have a way of going out of availability, and you don't want to miss out and then not be able to drive your car at the race for a while because you're missing something vital like a bumper. Also, you never know when a manufacturer is going to kind of, you know, decide to start not producing for a while. It does happen. Just as an example, Serpent seems to change up their models every year. They've got a new model, sometimes more than one in a year. And you definitely want to have any of the spares you need for the car when you buy it, just in case. That's just my opinion. I think it's worth, you know, putting up that extra money up front to make sure that you can repair the car down the road. You don't need to buy everything, but you know, the common crash damage items. You know, basically the front end, plastic front end parts right here, your steering knuckles, your H blocks, your front A-arms. It's not a bad idea to get some kingpins in case they get bent. Front bumper, pair of rear hubs, pair of rear arms. That's pretty much the bulk of the stuff you need. Getting new battery clips, spares, is a good idea. If I have problems with these, I think what I'll do is I'll design a new set, 3D print them, and set them up so they've got a battery strap. It's nice that they give us an extra pair of these. These guys are going to bolt right back here onto our shock towers. Shock towers for touring cars, generally not a problem. They're under a body. They generally don't get a lot of damage. So let's see, we need 3x8s for on top. There's one, there's two. Okay, now I need 3x10s. Considering how quick this goes together, if I needed to disassemble this car quickly for maintenance using my electric screwdriver, this thing would come apart in minutes, not hours. Okay, now this is kind of going to be a decision on how I need it. For example, you can set it up like this, or you can set it up like this. And that you would determine based on the shape of your body. The car might like have a point in the rear, like a sloped pointed rear glass, and you need the mounts to be further forward. so they're not on a steep angled portion of body, because you want them to try to come through something that's as flat as possible. So I'm going to leave these off for just a moment. I'm going to go ahead and put on wheels and tires, and then I'm going to hang the body over it and see how it fits. And unfortunately, those nice alloy bolt-on hexes I have do not fit on these axles. They're not chamfered up here, and they just don't go over the edge, so I cannot use them, any of them. I tried a couple of them, and none of them fit, which is kind of a bummer, but such as it is. They do give us some nice knurled, they feel like, I think they're steel. They feel pretty light though. They might be aluminum. I don't think so. But anyway, nice black knurled lock nuts for our wheels. There we go. So, to hang this body properly, I really need to get some idea of how this is going to fit. Looks like that's a 3mm. Let's see if this fits. Yeah, it looks like they are 3s, not 3/5s, which most of these are. Well, I'm going to be doing an upgrade on this, not too far off. Wow, that's not good. The wheels actually are touching right there. You can see that? So I'm going to need some type of spacer to move the wheels out at least a little bit. And I just happen to have a set of Lunsford titanium turnbuckles that are the right size for here, 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 and here, all in one pack. Got them for another kit, didn't use them for one reason or another. I think it's because I backed out on that kit. It also turns out that I've got a bunch of ceramic bearings that I can do the diffs, and I should be able to get all 4 wheels as well. So next time I do a major service on this, I'll do that upgrade as well. So I need to figure that out really quick, and in the meantime, I'm not sure how I'm going to adjust my turnbuckles. I'm going to pause up for a minute, see if I've got a 3mm. Getting ready to hang the body. As you can see, I have wheels and tires on. I had that issue with the wheels butting up against the steering linkage there. There was no way to easily fix that. So if you recall, I mentioned, this may be in a previous video, depends on how this all gets cut, that I was thinking about using some different hexes, and the way the axles are shaped on this, I can't do that. So I couldn't just space this out. So what I did was I put one of these. These are precisely machined aluminum spacers. They come in 1.52 and 3 millimeter and 4 millimeter sizes. I took a 1.5 and put it in between the hex and the wheel at all 4 corners. And that spaced the front wheels out far enough so they don't catch on anything. So now everything moves properly. And the rear wheels also, hey baby, the rear wheels weren't catching on anything, but I needed to do an equal change unless I'm doing some other type of tuning. So for now, that's where that is at. Now I want to show you this little tool set here, but I got to pause the video for a moment and help out the wife. Okay, so to mark up body posts, this is a real handy little setup from Biddy Design, and they also have these great, it's like a Sharpie, but it will do a lot more than a Sharpie in that it will literally write on almost any surface. There's things where you can write with a Sharpie and it'll just wipe off, and this will stick to a lot more surfaces, especially plastics. So what you do with this, and this is especially helpful for new bodies where you might have a body that's painted, so you can't see through and you're not sure where to put the holes. You take these little pieces and you pull the magnets off them and you slide them over your body posts. And these magnets are super strong. They just try to get to any metal surface. And then you take some body pins and you anchor these things down. There we go. That's good enough. Let's see. And you can see how if this was a painted body, that this would really help you out. And the tip is long enough to go through the magnet and make a mark. So what you want to do is make sure you've got the body lined up. And centered. You want to make sure you're set up front to rear. Oops. That's smeared nicely. Let's do that one again. I'm going to give those a minute to dry, and then I can take everything off and I'll have my body marked up properly. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please click like and please subscribe to my channel.